Hello, good day everybody. My name is Jasmine, also known as Cool Down Crochet on social media. And today I want to talk to you about my 2025 crochet goals. Happy New Year everybody. I'm glad you made it all here safely. And yeah, I'm so excited for 2024. I'm so excited for 2025 because last year was about like having a lot of fun with my new hobby and trying out as much as I can with all of the aspects of crocheting, trying to get a business started or not. Like I was just trying to explore a lot about the hobby, but also like trying to build something for myself. This year I wanted to try to do it a little bit differently and trying to be a little bit more organized about it. So this is why I have set some 2025 goals, and I would like to talk to you in this video about that. I've accumulated quite a few goals for myself, so I've categorized them to make it a little bit more structured. The way I've structured is I have 4 subsets of goals. Oh no, it's only 3 subsets of goals. The first subset is the overall / general goals. The second subset is about my crochet environment, and the last one has to do with social media. Okay, let's jump into it. So my first overall / general goal this year is to improve my health. And that sounds a little bit vague, and that's because it also has to do with my mental as well as my physical health. Because I've already talked about this a lot of times in my previous videos about my crochet injury. I have a trigger finger on my left hand because of the yarn tension, and it has been more frequent at the end of last year because I was prepping for a market and I was scared that I didn't have enough for it, so I was prepping like crazy. Also, I started climbing, and I think the combination of those two triggered my trigger finger. And also in my hand tends to hurt a lot more, like generally. So I need to be more careful this year. This is why I'm also setting some goals so that I can have like a more structured plan of how I'm like taking up crochet as a hobby, as well as catering to some customers that like my stuff. And I will talk about a little bit more later how I'm gonna keep up with my health, my physical health. My second sub goal to do with my improving my health is improving my mental health. So not only am I motivated to improve my physical health, but also my mental health. And my mental health has been an issue for quite a while now. I'm quite the anxious person, and like last year was all about experimenting and like seeing what I would enjoy most, like trying out a bunch of stuff, like doing markets, trying out different types of crochet and patterns and amigurumi and all that stuff. But this year I wanted to make this set of goals just to organize my head a little bit more, because I have ADHD and I tend to get overwhelmed pretty quickly, or like a lot. So I wanted to make a set of goals to be more focused, and also so I can achieve a little bit more than when I would not have a subset of goals for myself, which is why I'm doing this video in the first place, trying to make myself accountable for all the goals that I'm setting here, but also to see what progress I'm making this year compared to last year. So also what has to do with improving my health is my next goal, which is using up my yarn stash. I don't know about you guys, but I have yarn stash everywhere. I have it in my living room, I have it in my bedroom, I also have it in this little studio area, working area, whatever you like to call it. There's like yarn everywhere, and I have a lot of it. I cannot pass up a good deal, or there's like this store where you can buy yarn for very cheap, but it is like it has limited availability, and that tricks my mind into, oh, if I don't buy this, that I can buy it in the future. you know. So and that's how I accumulated such a big yarn stash at the moment. So to get rid of like a lot of the yarn stash, I think it will take a while, especially because I need to watch out for my finger. But I actually do have plans for a lot of the yarn stash that I do have. Which brings me to the next goal, which is trying out all the patterns that I've bought in 2024. And I kid you not, I am gonna make every pattern that I bought in 2024. And that seems like a lot, and it is a lot, but I think it's totally attainable. Like I said, I have a lot of yarn stash at the moment. I also bought a lot of the yarn specifically for the projects that I have in mind currently, which means that I can like have a 2-in-1 whammy. Yeah, I've bought a lot of patterns. It's a burden on my mind as well, just like the yarn stash that's around me everywhere. I feel like it could be really fun to work through all of those patterns because of various reasons. One, it could be really good content for my channel actually, because a lot of the patterns are from one designer that I own, which could be fun. I could do like a series. I tried out XYZ patterns from designer A, or something like I'm trying out novelty patterns like popping patterns or car hangers, or I don't know. I'm just thinking about all the possibilities there. I think it could be a lot of fun just to try out all the patterns that I've bought, and yeah, it could be good content for this year. So I'm keeping that in mind. I will be trying out all the patterns that I bought because I don't feel guilty. It takes up a lot of space in my brain for some reason, so I want to try them out at least once. And a lot of patterns that I've bought are actually like 3-in-1 design patterns. It doesn't mean that I will try out every single mod that's inside that pattern or whatever. I could do that possibly, but that's not my goal. My goal is just to at least try out the one pattern and then do whatever I want with it. You know, I don't want to force myself to get burned out or getting injured again with making a lot of duplicate stuff. So, whew, okay. So my next goal for 2025 overall is to do a market, and specifically I would like to do a market just selling my finished objects instead of just prepping solely for the market to a specific audience, making like duplicates of a lot of small stuff. It doesn't mean that I can't do that, but I won't be focusing on making duplicate items. And that is because my injury also comes from repetitive stuff, making a lot of it, and I would feel my injury like 2 days after the fact, like after I've prepped a lot of things, and that sucks because I can't really look out for myself and my health that way. So it's really hard for me to monitor whenever I get injured because the consequences will come like 2 days later. So that really sucks. I actually would like to do it differently, but my health doesn't allow me to. So I really need to restrict myself from getting anxious and prepping like crazy for a market. I won't do it this year. So I'm gonna see if that improves my health this year. So all right, so my next set of goals have to do with my crochet environment, and it all caters to my studio actually. I'm gonna insert some B-roll footage here and show you the embarrassment that is my studio at the moment. I didn't want to show you this, however I'm gonna do it because yeah, this is just the reality. And on social media people show like the bright side of things a lot of the time, but yeah, as a person with ADHD, it's really hard to keep my environment tidy. However, I need a tidy environment to function. So yeah, I would like to tidy up my studio, and specifically I also would like to upgrade my studio. However, I need the budget to do that, so that's a different goal. Whenever I have the budget, I will upgrade my studio. So getting the right cabinets, like improving my studio, would make attaining my goals a little bit more easy. So I want to cater to that, but also I need a tidy environment because I want to get inspired by my environment and also inspired to achieve my goals. So that's why I need a tidy environment. So I'm gonna work on that this year. Alright, so now we've come to my last subset of goals, which has to do with social media. I've been quite consistent in the beginning of last year in social media, especially on Instagram, not so much on YouTube. And also my social media, like on my Instagram, I haven't been consistent because of my injury. That has been difficult on me mentally, because I really wanted to be consistent. So yeah, that's why I had to set those general goals at the beginning. This year I would like to focus more on YouTube, because I like making videos. I just am sometimes a little bit embarrassed about how I talk and how I look. But yeah, I'm now just biting the bullet. I'm motivated to get more videos out, and especially I would like to, or specifically, I would like to make a tutorial. I also would like to write a pattern, of course. I have to write a pattern before I could shoot a tutorial, but I would like to make a tutorial because I would like to see if I have the ability to teach something to other people. I won't be doing like a beginner tutorial, but I would do a tutorial where I can show you how you can make a certain item. And I actually already have a project in mind, but I still have to write the pattern for that. I already have a written pattern, but it doesn't really cater to my brand, I think. I would like to cater to gaming, nerdy stuff in general. So I will try to make a tutorial that's in line with my brand. My last social media goal is actually to shoot at least, or like publish at least one video a month this year. And this one is pretty big for me. It doesn't sound like a lot, one video per month, but I feel like there's a lot more work in making a video than people actually realize. So, and myself included, I want to make this, I would like to make this goal attainable for myself, which is why I'm setting it at 12 videos in 2025. And with this video, I have made at least one video. Yeah, so that's actually my last goal for 2025. It sounds like a lot, but I think it is pretty attainable. And what I also would like to say as a little disclaimer, because I set all of these goals doesn't mean I have to fulfill all these goals. This is just a guideline for me to follow. Whenever I'm stuck or whenever I'm not inspired, I can just grab my set of goals and look at it and see if I would like to work on something at that period in time. And I don't feel like it's a failure if I don't succeed at like some goals at the end of the year. I think it's already a success that I have made this list for myself. Everything that I do successfully achieve this year is a bonus for me. So yeah, I'm just trying to be more airy about that. And I also would like to, get the message out, because you've set some goals and maybe some of them you haven't attained at the end of the year. Doesn't mean you're a failure. I have like a huge fear of failing, but I'm just trying to get that monster out of my head. And I really feel like, and I generally do feel like, setting these goals is already like a big success in my book. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you stay here as well for the ride. So don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you like more content like this. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.